Welcome to the Gorilla video series. In this lesson, I'm going to show you the also tagged as feature in Gorilla scheduling when it comes to tagging an element. So in Gorilla, there is a feature called also tagged as, which allows you to tag an item with a name that is different than the original tagged name. In this scene, scene 3, I already have one tagged as two names, and you can see that here, bleat of a buzzer, and then here it says bleeding or bleat of the buzzer in parentheses. So if I go down here to the screenplay display, you can see here that a bleat of a buzzer is tagged here as a sound element, and sound is the purple color, but also it says bleating or bleat of the buzzer. And if I scroll down just a bit, you'll see down here, we move with the bleeding as it echoes. So the writer wrote bleeding over here, but it really is the same sound or Foley, if you want to call it, as this sound, but they didn't type in bleat of the buzzer again, so it wouldn't have highlighted that. They just typed in bleeding, but it really is the same sound. So what I did here is I tagged the sound or the phrase bleeding as the same element as the already tagged element. So let me show you how to do that again, but in a different scene. So if you look here, you'll see that one of the tags is food spattered t-shirt. So in this scene here, in scene 3, you will see that food spattered t-shirt is tagged as a costume. And in the description here in the screenplay display, you can see it says that a chubby man in a food spattered t-shirt. So obviously the food spattered t-shirt belongs to Chubby in this scene. Okay, so let's now go to another scene, and I'm going to go to scene 5 down here in the scene navigator. And in scene 5, we're going to see that Chubby is also in this scene. Now he's also still wearing the same shirt. And you can even see that here in the description where it says Chubby, the phone still to his ear, smears more gazpacho on his already dirty shirt. Now, of course, we know when we read this screenplay that the already dirty shirt is the same costume, I'm going to click on costume here, as this one right here, food spattered t-shirt. So if I were to highlight already dirty shirt right now and tag it, which I certainly can do, it would create a separate element in costumes. And then the prop master, or in this case, the wardrobe person, would have food spattered t-shirt as one entry and already dirty shirt as another. But as we know in the narrative, this is really the same shirt. So what we're going to do is we're going to tag already dirty shirt as the same element as food spattered t-shirt. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go into tagging mode, and we are in tagging mode. We're going to highlight already dirty shirt just as if we were going to tag it separately. Tap on the space bar. And what we're going to do here is it says reuse an existing tag. Now, if I were to just click right here, the category costumes and tag, it would see it says here highlighted text already dirty shirt. It would tag this as a separate element. However, if I say reuse an existing tag, and I say let's reuse it as food spattered t-shirt, look, notice what happens. The highlighted text is already dirty shirt, but the tag used in schedule is food spattered t-shirt. So I'm going to click on tag, and what that's going to do is it's going to still highlight the tag here, which is great, but in the scheduled elements for scene 5 here, notice it says food spattered t-shirt, and in parentheses it says in this scene, however, it's already dirty shirt. So that is how this feature works. Now, if you want to manage the already tagged as, if you click on the elements button to go to the element manager, let's filter this to see now just the costumes. You can see that here we have food spattered t-shirt, and we have all the other elements too. But if we would go to the 3 dots here and click on info, and then select the also tagged as tab, you can see that food spattered t-shirt is also tagged as already dirty shirt in scene 5. Now, if we were to have another scene like scene 8 or scene 9 or scene 10, and it would be called something different, let's say gazpacho spattered shirt or what have you, and you tagged that, you could do that in the breakdown, and then you would see that here. Now, to delete the also tagged as, you would do that here. You would not do that on the breakdown. So if I wanted to delete this also tagged as, I would click this red X right here to delete it, and delete it. Close this out, and let's refresh the scene by going to another scene here, for example, in the scene navigator, and then back to scene 5. And see, fruit spatter t-shirt in scene 3 is still, of course, highlighted, okay? And if we go down here, notice what happens, okay? Food spatter t-shirt is still tagged, which is good, but you don't see the parens here. But shirt is highlighted. And the only reason shirt is highlighted here is because it is the part of the phrase here of shirt, and that's why it found it. But the also tagged as would have kept the parens here. Okay, so that's how this feature works in Gorilla, and once again, it's called also tagged as. Thanks for watching.